Alright, you guys, welcome back to another deck list for you today. Today we're going to be going over Bronzong Break. Now you may be thinking, whoa, Bronzong Break, what's that all about? Like, do you just like set it up over and over again and just spread and snipe things and it's just based around a whole bunch of Bronzongs? No, it should be probably more called Bronzong Donk. You really try to just do it once and once only and just kind of take all 6 of your opponent's prizes in one turn, and surprisingly works out actually pretty well. Gets countered by stuff like Mime and Hex Maniac, like early ones of those. It also gets like punished by really slow starts and fast starts from your opponent, but outside of those two things, like it beats literally everything. You can't attack until turn 2 with damage, so you do have to spend a turn waiting, and that's one of the things that does kind of hinder you, because you have to wait. Like, your opponent always gets to act first no matter what. Like, let's say they get to go first, they'll attach an energy pass. You'll go, you can play all your items, but you can't attack, so you probably will pass. Then they go, they get to play all of their stuff, and then you can start attacking, so that gives them the first turn of action. Whereas if you go first, you have to attach and pass, and then it gives them the first turn of action. So they'll always have to play before you, so you have to kind of play reactionary, but your reaction to that is just, I'm going to put a whole lot of energies on this Bronzong Break and kind of blow something up. Not blow something up, but blow everything up. So yeah, we are going to be playing a 2-2-1 Bronzong line. Just to kind of ensure it, we are playing the Metal Links Bronzong to give you 1 extra energy on your break, as well as the Cursed Alloy Bronzong, and that's just if you need 10 extra damage from places. It does do 10 damage to anything with Pokey Powers, so that means both Porygon 2s, you need 1 less energy to knock out, because it's 30 times the amount of energies. So 60 plus the Cursed Alloy, 70 knocks out Porygon 2. Knocks out things like Uxie, you need 1 less energy for. So that's where it comes in handy. So you kind of want to break that one. However, it's not super important because you end up with 15 energies on there anyways. So you're probably going to one-shot anyways. So you don't necessarily need this one, but it is handy for those situations. The ways we get the energies on there is with this Electrode EX here. This old Electrode EX has extra energy bomb. Once during your turn, you can knock it out and attach 5 energies from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon. Because you knock it out, your opponent takes 2 prizes, so that you only get to use it 3 times. So that's why we play a 3-1 line. You can never use it a fourth time, unless we played something like a Life Dew or that sort of thing, but that's super unnecessary, as 15 energies plus your Metal Links and your attachment, your 17 energies is going to be more than enough on there if you hit it. So those are your Pokemon. You are going to play the 3-1 there, the 2-2-1 here, and you're just going to try to get all those energies onto Bronzong and take all 6 knockouts. For support Pokemon, we're going to be looking at a 2-2-1 line, Porygon Z line. We do play Porygon Z because when you de-evolve your opponent's Pokemon, they lose all that HP. It really helps. It really helps to get easier knockouts, and you really don't need to de-evolve it ever because you're only trying to do this in one swoop. Like, you're trying to donk them, and if you miss that donk, you're just going to lose anyways because they're now down to 2 prizes left, and they just drew 6 prizes off because of your extra energy bombs. So you don't need to worry about de-evolving it necessarily. As a Porygon, you just kind of make sense in a deck like this. You're going to play Uxie, you're going to play Lapras, and then you're going to play Shaman. Just extra ways to draw. We're going to pack this thing with as many ways to draw as possible. So we're also going to play Unknown and Unknown R. We're also playing an Unknown Q so that we can end our turn with Bronzong Break in the active. Most of this other stuff, all the basics have 1 retreat. Lapras is the only thing you really don't want to start because it has 2 retreat, but the other basics all have 1. Or they're going to blow themselves up because their name is Electrode. So 1 Unknown Q to get out of the active. And then we also play Regice as a way of Spiritomb outs. If your opponent starts Spiritomb, you can't play like over half of your deck. Probably 2/3 of the deck is items. So Regice out of Spiritomb is needed. There are some Spiritombs out in here. Regice is just one of the ways. Moving on to supporters, a section that's usually big is going to be 5 cards deep. Sycamore and Juniper as your 2 best draw items. Lysander and Guzma as Spiritomb outs. These are both something you want to start in your hand, so you can get out of the item lock. And then Twins just kind of makes sense because you're extra energy bombing. You're going to be down on prizes during the turn that you go off. Pun intended on the go off thing. But those 5 there, and now we are going to move on to items. I'm going to apologize before we start here. I did not sort these, because if you notice, there are a bunch of them. It's literally like, if it is a playable item, it is in the deck. If it is an item that draws you cards, or searches out a Pokemon, it is in the deck. We literally just took a list of the items, looked at all of them, and we're like, this goes in, this goes in, this goes in, this goes in. And after we got done, we were at like 85 cards, and we were like, crap, like, what extra cards go in here? So then we had to like search out more cards that could do really, really bad searches, but at least they got out of your hand, so you could draw more cards with Uxie or stuff like that. So just bear in mind when I'm showing you all these items, I might stop on a few just to be like, hey, this is in here because of this, but most of them are either like, draw cards, search for cards, recover cards, and that's about it. So, we're going to switch, get your Baltoy in the active. We got Mary, draw 2 and shuffle 2. Recycle to get stuff like, Electrodes back, to get stuff like Draw Power back, like Oak and that sort of thing. Random Receiver to hopefully help you hit that Sycamore. Versus Seeker, so that if your Sycamore does go in the active, you can use a second one by downloading it, or something like that. Fastball, way to search out cards. Ultra Ball, actually pretty staple, searching out cards. Lieutenant Searches Treaty, this one you don't mind if you draw or have them take a prize, because the extra energy bomb is going to go 2, 2, and 2, so they're going to have 2 prizes left. If they want to take a prize, freaking go for it. End's not going to matter. They can go down to 1 prize. The thing is, you're going to draw a card off of this either way, right? So, Timer Ball, searches Electrodes and Bronzongs. Bill's Teleporter, flip and draw 4. Hey, look, there's Junk Arm, that's a great card. Blaine's Quiz 3, I probably should have clumped all the Blaine's Quizzes because they're all in here, because they help you draw cards. Blaine's Gamble. Repeat Ball, you might be curious why that's in there, but it's to get a second Voltorb on the bench, so you can extra Energy Bomb 1, have the Voltorb on the bench, and then Pokemon Retriever, the Electro to evolve your Voltorb. Or Second Unknown. Night Teleporter, flip and if you search your deck for 1 card, put that one in your hand and shuffle the rest. You're probably going to grab this card here, Professor Oak. There's Blaine's Quiz 2. There's Blaine's Last Resort. It's pretty easy to get your hand down to 0, so Blaine's Last Resort to draw 5. Level Ball for extra search. Time and Space Distortion for recovery. You're really going to want to recover. That's for your Electrode after it dies. Great Ball, search your deck for a basic. That's going to be Unknown. Bicycle, extra way of drawing. Bill, extra way of drawing. Swoop Teleporter, that's to get like your Lapras or your Uxie back into your deck so you can search for it and use it again. Pokemon Communication, extra search. Pokénav, one of the worst searching cards in the deck, but it's in there because we need to fill out the deck list. Fuji to put your Shaman or your Uxie back into the deck so you can draw. Gym Badge, just another draw power thing. Battle Compressor helps you get metal energies into the discard pile so you can extra energy bomb them. Pokemon Rescue for your Electro DX. Mail from Bill, it's just a glorified bicycle. Actually, not even glorified, it is bicycle, just old. Item Finder, great recovery cards in every deck. Nest Ball, so that's going to grab your Unknowns and your Voltorbs and that sort of thing. Computer Searches in every deck. Trader, it's Pokemon Communication but old. Secret Mission, that's going to help you draw cards as well as get metals into the discard pile. Acrobike, good draw card. Scoop Up to reuse Uxie and Shaman. Sabrina's Gaze, just an extra draw power if your hand hits one of those dead ends where it's got nothing but like energies and supporters that you can't play. Sabrina's Gaze will shuffle them and hopefully you can ignite that spark again to keep going. Retriever to get back Electrode. Luxury Ball, search your deck for any card. Roller Skates, flip and draw 3. There's Blaine's Quiz 1, extra draw power. Erica, extra draw power. Super Scoop Up, hopefully to get you to reuse your Uxies and Shamans, that sort of thing. Misty's Wrath, a draw card. Rescue Stretcher for Electrode, get that back. Dual Ball, searching card, probably going to grab Unknowns, Uxies, maybe some of your line that you need to draw. Pokedex, extra draw. Evo Soda, you basically your entire deck's based off evolutions, you need that. And then Card Flip Game, just extra draw power. We need all that we can get. So there are all the items. It's a whole bunch of items. Sorry that I couldn't have one big shot with it, just because there's so many of them. But like I said, it's basically just all ways to search, all ways to draw, all ways to recover. There are a few cards that are staple that you don't see, stuff like Invention, stuff like Hexmaniac, that sort of thing. You just don't see them because you don't need them, because you're just going to try for that one turn of Donk, and if you miss it, hey, you lose. So, sorry. But you don't miss it too often. We've done practice hands with it where we've just shuffled and dealt them out, and you don't miss it. Only stadium you need is Broken Time Space. That's what's going to get you ignited. You really need to hit this early, so hopefully you can hit it in your drawing through your deck adventures. Broken Time Space to get reuse all of your stuff over and over again. The only 2 tools you're going to have are Floatstone and Fluffy Berry. That's so to get your Bronzong into the active, just extra switching ways. And then just Dazzling Machine, you don't need Catcher, you don't need Gust of Wind, you don't need Goop, Energy Removal, or Super Energy Removal, because you kind of don't care what your opponent does. You just kind of need to go. This could be switched out for a Computer Switch if you wanted to grab out your Broken Time Space sooner. That would be the only reason that I would play Computer Search over Dazzling Machine. Dazzling Machine is going to get you to reuse that Oak over and over again, so that's why it's a little bit better. Your last out to Spiritomb is going to be the Cyclone Energy. If they start it, you can attach it to your attachment for your turn. Even though this is not a metal that won't add 30, it'll still get that Spiritomb out of their active, so you can ignite your turn. And then we're going to play 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 energies. The maximum number of energies that you can attach for turn, like we said, there is a situation where you could get 18, but that involves like scooping up and de-evolving your Bronzong. So really the perfect number, quote unquote, is 17. So you have 3 extra energy bombs for your 15, plus the attachment from your turn, plus your Metal Links is 17. That's kind of the highest number you can get. Fairly easy to get it. If you could get 18 by doing the scoop up thing, you can super scoop up on your Bronzong, play that back down in Metal Links, you could do that. But that's why you don't go over that, because 19 is almost impossible to hit, as well as get that attack off, so 18 is fine here. But yes, that does it for Bronzong, Break, Electro, Donk. It's super fun deck. Really short games, only like 5-minute games, so there's that plus. If you have any questions on it, please let us know. If not, we'll see you next time.